understand it. When I go into the Sabbath, and I went to the Sabbath, how most I felt about the Sabbath, and how he still feel about the Sabbath, this he says is my holy day. Not your holy day. He says my holy day. From doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Most High, honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words. That's serious. You're supposed to talk about the things that happening in our life. Everybody wants the class over, and goes back to your own words. Ain't nothing about the Most High. So, but if you do this, he say, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Most High. You're going to be satisfied with you. You're going to be delighted with you. And I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father. For the mouth of the Most High has spoken it. Hallelujah. That's what we got to go by. Be serious. Leviticus 26 and 2 again. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Most High. Verse 3. If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield her fruit. He's blessing us. These are blessings. And your dressing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. See, we just got to follow his commandments. That's what he told us in Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And we have to take heed. I'm going to continue to go to this scripture, because don't look at this as only in the past, because the Most High, let me show you something. This fits anytime we can operate under what's written here for ourselves. We must do that, because his word is true. And I'm going to show you what he says, so you remember and won't forget. Numbers 23 and 19. The Most High is not a man. First and foremost, he's a man, and not a woman, as they trying to come up with these new Bibles. Got the Most High is a man and a woman. They say the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Hath he said, and shall he not do it? Or hath he spoken, and shall he not make it good? Go make everything good. That's why you look at this. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Because this is our salvation, and how we're going to reach salvation right here. He's telling us. Listen to what he says. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the first verse. And it shall come to pass, that's the future, if, it's a big if, thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power. Listen diligently to what the words of this Bible are saying, which are the words of the Most High. To observe and to do all his commandments, which is his laws, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth. Now, that correlates right with Daniel's 7:18. Say, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven, all these kingdoms that you are going to observe if we make it to the kingdom, the Most High will, shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High. There it is. Go right along with Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Because he said he's going to set us on high, will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. How's that going to happen if you don't observe to do the commandments of the Most High and diligently hearken and listen unto the voice of the Most High, the word of the Most High, who is Mashiach Yahushua, who comes in the volume of the book. Deuteronomy 28 and 2, and all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power. Daniel 7:27 again. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. That's what we're waiting on. See, our kingdom going to last forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, etc., 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 till Eve. Infinity, infinity, forever and ever and ever. Hallelujah. It says, and all kingdoms shall serve and obey him. Okay? And that's what we're looking at. And that's what we're preparing for. I hope you are. Those are the blessings. When you look at from Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, 1 to 14, you can read them. That's what's going to happen with us. It didn't happen yet. But the Most High blessed us to see all of this in the time of King Solomon. He had 40 years, many years we had, times we had peace, where we were blessed. But then in his older age, he went off. And these are examples, you know, to not allow women of these other nations, or even our Gentile Israelite women, to take us off our path and trying to make it to the kingdom. But a lot of brothers, they caught up with their women, they woman not Israelites, they might be Gentile, I mean in the mindset. Or they can take you there any day, or anything that comes up, try and, you know, play on your conscience because of the way they think, like the world. Well, you're responsible. You no different than Adam. We no different than Adam. We got to know what's right and make the right decisions. Because you look around, you might even be with her. She might not be with you. Or she might not be with that man that's off. Having her go off. Or she causing him to go off. It goes both ways, not just one way. Because some women have men that's not in the truth too, that they following along with them sinning. Adding sin to sin. And men are following women, adding sin to sin that's not in the truth, but yet still you following their emotions. So you becoming feminine, just like them. You got to make the right decisions to help your whole family. Not just yourself, but the whole family. It's very important. Isaiah the 30th chapter, the 23rd verse. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed, that thou shalt sow the ground withal, and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures, the oxen likewise, and the young asses that ear the ground shall eat. Clean provender. Not all this madness that they doing right now, giving the animals, feeding them their own flesh, grinding it up, giving it to other animals within the grain and so forth. It's just a wicked land, man. That's why some countries don't even want nothing from America to consume even for the animals. That's more than people. See, these animals gonna eat clean provender, which has been winnowed the shovel and with the fan. That's what we look forward to. But it's got to be done in righteousness. You got to be righteous for this to happen. You even see this because when you look at, go to Genesis, the 3rd chapter, the 17th verse, what the Most High told Adam. See, we still caught up in this. We just under the most wicked in all the world, the most lawless enemies of the Most High right now is ruling the world. Look what the Most High told Adam. Genesis 3 and 14. And the Most High power said unto Genesis 3:17. And unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, because you listened to the voice of your wife, and have eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. That's like saying the same thing I just said. Your woman tell you to do something that's off, and you know that's off. So the Most High, first thing he told Adam, because you listened to that woman, and you have eaten of the tree. Well, this is, I mean, you look at, you know the commandments, you know what's right, and you don't do what's right. What's the difference? He said unto Adam, he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it, cursed is the ground for thy sake. See? That's why we're looking for, you know, the blessings to be fulfilled as we just read. He said, cursed is the ground for thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. He's saying sorrow, we're going to eat of it all the days of our life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth of thee, to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return into the ground, for out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. That's what he told man. So, from the point, that point of eating of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, the ground didn't yield what it's supposed to yield for us. And you look at the ground now, I mean, come on, they're supposed to have a 7th year of Jubilee, it's called. Let the ground rest. That the Most High can nourish it, you know. Put the nutrition back in the earth for a year. They don't do that. They just grow and grow and grow, and that's why the earth is defiled and the habits thereof, it says. It's messed up. Psalm 67 and 6. Psalm 67 and 6. Psalm 67 and 6. Then shall the earth yield her increase, and the Most High, even our own power, shall bless us. See, that's how when we bless, doing the right things to the Most High, that's where the increase going to come. The Most High shall bless us, verse 7, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. Everybody going to fear him. He's going to bless those that come back to his law, statutes, commandments, and follow what's righteous in his eyes. And the earth going to yield an increase instead of having thorns and thistles and the things that we see growing up here now. Go to the book of Zechariah. The book of Zechariah, the 8th chapter. And the 12th verses for this, Zechariah 8 and 12. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew, And I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. What's the remnant? 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. You're going to possess all these things. And it shall come to pass in the future that as ye were a curse among the heathen, O house of Judah and house of Israel, dealing with the 12 tribes of Israel, northern kingdom and the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, all 12 tribes of Israel, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. For thus said the Most High power of hosts, power of armies, as I thought to punish you when your fathers provoked me to wrath, said the Most High of armies or hosts, and I repented not. So again have I thought in these days to do well unto Jerusalem and to the house of Judah. Fear ye not. That's the good news. But only to the remnant, as he's saying. Not to everyone. And don't just think you're a remnant because you learning the truth. You got to learn it, live it, and apply it in your life. Every day. Not just on the Sabbath day, but every day. Leviticus 26:5. And your dressing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time. And ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. That's right. Look at Amos 9:13. Amos 9:13. Behold, the days come, said the Most High. Excuse me a minute. Behold, the days come, said the Most High, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader the grapes, him that soweth seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt with blessings. I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. So I mean, how is it that Most I say He's gonna place us there? He's gonna place us in our land and bless us. Those who, the remnant, the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, saying, I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel, and they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land. He's going to plant us upon our land, the Most High. And they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob forever. That's why they said, hey, no matter how you look at it, Lamentations 4:22. You name, like I say, all the prophets prophesied against the world we in now and the world to come as being blessed for the children of Israel. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, which represents the 12 tribes of Israel. The remnant, mind you. Because 2/3 going to receive the punishment of the Most High, just like the other nations that are not going to make it to the kingdom. To do the things that the Most High said we're going to do. He said we're going to do it, just like they say they did it, but we did it. In captivity, slavery, and bondage. Oh yeah, I got to go out here and pick my cotton, but they ain't picked nothing. We picked it. But they still said, we're going to do it. I did it. Same as the Most High saying, we're going to do it. Build up our cities and live in them. In our cities that we build, right? Check it out. Remember that. He said the punishment of this is Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. And Zion represent the 12 tribes of Israel. Daughter of Zion, representing the 12 tribes of Israel. Look, Isaiah 51:16. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand. It's Isaiah 51:16. Proving that Zion represents the 12 tribes of Israel. And I have put my words in thy mouth, and I have covered thee in the shadow of mine hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, thou art my people. There it is. Saying that Zion, which represents the people of the Most High, who are the 12 tribes of Israel. Now Lamentations 4:22 again. Now that we know Zion represents the 12 tribes of Israel, it says clearly, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom, representing the Caucasian race, indigenous ones, I might say. That their lineage go back to the indigenous Caucasian people, who are the Edomites. He said, I'm going to visit your iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. That's what he's going to do. Now, it said we're going to build up our cities and inhabit them. Let's see who's going to do it. Let's see how we're going to do it, may I say. Isaiah 60 and 10 gives us a clear understanding of how it's going to be done. Even though we're going to build them, let's see. It says, and the sons of strangers, Isaiah 60 and 10, and the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. So they're going to build up our walls. The sons of strangers, as it is written. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually in the kingdom. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, these other nations, outside of the 12 tribes of Israel, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted. You're going to do away with them. So that's who's going to build up our kingdom, these other nations. Going back to Leviticus 26 and verse 6. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land. That's beautiful. Once again, I gotta read this again. Say, and I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land. That's what he said. He's going to rid the evil beasts. No evil beasts going to be in our land. And the sword is not going to go through our land. It's beautiful. Isaiah 45 and 7. Isaiah was a heavy prophet, one of the heaviest prophets. Isaiah 45:7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace. Like he said, he gonna bring peace. He said, I make peace. The Most High make peace and create evil. I, the Most High, do all these things. So he wants to create the peace for us. We can't create it by ourselves. He's going to create the peace for us. Look at Psalms, the 4th chapter, the 8th verse. Psalms 4:8. It said, I will both lay me down in peace and sleep. For thou, Most High, only maketh me dwell in safety. And he brings that peace too, as we just said. That's why King David could write this and feel it and know and thank the Most High, as we should thank the Most High for our peace. The little that he's allowing us to have. And appreciate every day. Every day. Because he didn't have to allow us to have it. Some people didn't see this day. And they're going to see any other days. But he allowed us to see today. To get it right. To get it right. Get everything right again. We have an opportunity. To say, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Fear and trembling. Look at Hosea 2:18. And in that day will I make a covenant. That's a contract and agreement for them with the beasts of the field, and with the fowls of heaven, and with the creeping things of the ground. And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth, and will make them to lie down safely. That's what we're waiting on. That's what we're looking forward to. That's why when we're in the spirit with the Most High, and you have a relationship with him, he tells us this. Look, that's what we're looking for. The times to come, everybody's tripping on the Illuminati and the things that they're going to do this way or that way. You don't have to worry about that. Don't worry, period. That cancels out your faith. Here's what I believe in Job 5:19. One way or another, let it fall into the Most High's hand. Let his will be done. This is what he says. Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, and 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine, there's going to be food shortages. He shall redeem thee from death. People are going to be dying from no food. It says for the lack of bread and great tribulation. Here go the tribulation. And in war, that's tribulation. That's hell on this earth. And in war, from the power of the sword. What's about their sword? The gun. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, the things that people are going to be saying, you're going to be able to hear it. Neither shall thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. That's what he's saying. You're going to be in safety. If it's the Most High will. At destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. Destruction and famine say you're going to laugh. Be able to laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Don't be afraid of the beasts of the earth. Why? Because remember, say, going to remove all evil beasts from around us. It says, for thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. See that? And thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace, and thou shalt visit thy habitation and shalt not sin. That's right. Hallelujah. Yes. He's allowing us to have an opportunity to be there. We have an opportunity, brothers and sisters. But a lot of people don't. Zephaniah 3 and 13. Zephaniah 3 and 13. He's allowing us to have an opportunity. Don't miss out on the opportunity behind thinking wrong and acting wrong. And you're not there. You don't get a chance to be there. Because of your messed up attitude, being Edomized and not realizing that the Most High loved Jacob. So were we not to love each other? And be there for each other? A lot of you, how your life is messed up because you done messed it up yourself. Can't blame no one but yourself. That's all we can blame. We can blame ourselves for everything that we go through. Blame ourselves. Look, Zephaniah 3 and 13. Zephaniah 3 and 13. Say the remnant of Israel. Remnant again. That's the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. The remnant of Israel shall do, the remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity. That's the 1/3. So let you know, if the remnant is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, shall not do iniquity, shall not break the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth, for they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them